Good afternoon, Beeville. This is Cindy Clark, back again from PAC-B TV. And today I have Kevin Merrill, who is the Director of Parks and Rec for the town of Lysander. Thank you for spending some time with us, Kevin. I appreciate
Cindy.
it.
It's always my pleasure.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. We're going to kind of do a little overview of what goes on in Lysander Park, some of the programs that are offered, things that you can do if you don't want to get involved in any of the programs, if you just want to come and walk. For an example, we're here at the Butterfly Garden, which is lovely, and they do have like graduation pictures and wedding pictures because it's so pretty and so peaceful. And then you can walk around. There's a path that goes around there. How long is the path?
Just under a mile.
Just under a mile,
Just
okay.
under a mile.
I would come with my sister a lot of times. We walk the dogs here. It's very nice. And for those of you that are curious, it's a flat path and it's paved. And there are baskets too. So we're all set there. We're all set. We're all set.
Yes.
Okay, well now, you tell us a little bit about what the park has to offer.
Absolutely.
As far as, we're going to go and take a look at some of the fields, the different fields where some of the activities take place. But you might want to give us a little background as to what's coming up this summer.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as you said, we're here at the Butterfly Garden. So it is a nice, relaxing place to take some time out at the park. But as you had mentioned, for special occasions, if there's families in town, photographers who would like a nice spot for some family photos, graduation photos. This is a perfect spot for it. We've got the gazebo, the bridge, the nice garden area here. Anybody that's interested, feel free to come, do what they have to do. Photographers, if they wanted to set aside some dedicated time, I would encourage them just to call the Parks and Recreation Department and speak with me and just set that up. We do have the gazebo.
Which is lovely.
It is. It's really nice. It is. It's all screened in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So a nice bug-free location there. And, this area is utilized by the Girl Scouts. In fact, they have it coming up next week where they do their crossing over ceremonies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's a nice, relaxing area. Kind of away from the hustle of the park, so for those types of activities. So the park itself is in full swing with youth sports, Baldwinsville Youth Soccer, pretty much and all of these are pretty much on a daily basis. So if anybody ever wonders why the park is so busy, that's why.
It is.
And it's
particularly
nice
in the on
to see.
Times. It's good to see the traffic.
Yeah, well, it really is.
Yeah.
The park it's a gem in Lysander and and for the Beeville community, and it's nice to see it busy, and that's what it's for. It should be busy.
That's right.
So, but we're in full swing with youth soccer, Baldwinsville Youth Lacrosse, Pop Warner. We have Soccer Shots, which is a privately run soccer program for little kids. I think they start them out at 3 to 5 or something like that. So it's a good beginner feeder program for the kids going into BISA. And pickleball's in full swing.
Now that's really taken off, hasn't it?
It's taken off. It has.
Yeah.
It has. And we just
You have it
finished
for all
up.
ages, don't you? Have
It's for all
instruction
ages.
too?
It
Some
is.
kind of classes for that?
Yep, it's for all ages and all abilities. And anybody that hasn't played it before or has their own equipment, paddles mainly, we have introduction to pickleball programs. Those are mainly for adults. And the pickleball players volunteer and teach that. And we do have paddles and pickleballs available in the office at the visitor center. So whenever we have an attendant there, they can always knock on the door and ask for a pickleball paddle or a ball. We have a intro to pickleball coming up this Sunday. And that's, what's the date? June 11th.
Okay.
That starts at 1 o'clock. And that's primarily for adults, but I wouldn't discourage some older kids from signing up. We'd like to stay away from the little kids, but we do have programs for grades 3 to 5 and grades 6 to 9 coming up over the summer. So a lot of our programs will be kicking off as soon as school's out.
Now,
A couple more weeks.
Now, there's some other programs with the CNY that we had done an interview on not too long ago. And are those, are they going to be held here in the park as well?
So yes. So summer camps.
Okay.
We had talked about that. They're not necessarily run by us, but I found a organization that runs some half-day camps, and we're working collaboratively. And but before we get on with that, we have our own 1-week summer camp, GEMS Plus.
Okay.
And that's run by Leslie Cartier and Ronnie Dottier with the Beeville School District. And that's been a long-running program here in Lysander. And it takes place at the high school, at Baker High School. And it's a 1-week half-day program. And it's STEM-based, or STEAM-based, as Leslie likes to say, because it incorporates engineering and art as well. And then there's a social responsibility active action to it as well. So GEMS Plus is registration's open for that now, and that program starts July 10th, runs through the 14th.
Okay.
And the local, I don't want to say a charity or organization, but they're working with, but just that social responsibility aspect that the program focuses on with the girls. And this is a female-only program, grades 4 to 8.
Okay.
Is going to be working with Beaver Lake Nature Center this year, and they're building beehives.
How
It's
interesting.
Really cool. They got some.
Well, I know
some
there's
nice,
a bee problem. You know, we're having problems
There
with all
is.
the,
There
with
is.
all the sprays and all of that stuff, and we have to have bees for the pollination.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
It's
we
good
do.
to hear
So
that.
They're working with Beaver Lake Nature Center on that, and so registration for that is open now, and then we have our Challenge Island of CNY camps that are planned for the summer, and those are all week-long, half-day camps for both boys and girls.
Is that all ages as well?
That is pretty much all ages. I know she likes to focus on them right around 5 years old, or that kindergarten age, up to right around 6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
It was where she likes to focus. They do have some programs which we're not incorporating with Lysander this year that are designed for teens.
Okay.
And so maybe that's down the road. But Challenge Island was something that came to us. So we've got 6 weeks of half-day camps planned. The first one, registration is open for all of them right now, but the first one we're focusing on and trying to fill out registration on that is Fort Island, and that's for boys only, so that we don't compete nor conflict with GEMS Plus, which is girls only. So it's the same week, so July 10th to 14th, and it's 9 to noon. Very similar to what GEMS is. So if a family has some young ladies in the house, the young ladies, if they're interested, can attend GEMS Plus. And if that same family's got a young man or two in the house and are interested in some STEAM activities, they can come here and participate in Challenge Island. And that first activity is Fort Island Camp. They can't use the name Fortnite, the popular video game, but that's kind of what it's modeled after, and they'll do a lot of activities that utilize STEM based learning, and they'll have some activities that they'll do and things they'll build that the boys will recognize and are very similar to what they see and play on Fortnite. So
Well, that should be fun for them.
so, and I have there's a lot of flyers and information that is up on the town website and on our Facebook page, and I'm sure I can get you to. I know you spent the weekend posting a lot of stuff I sent you, so
It's all out there. It's
all out there.
Yes,
so,
it is.
and then we had the intro to pickleball, which primarily for adults is another session this Sunday, the 11th. At 1 o'clock, and they don't have adults don't have to pre-register for that. It's nice if they want to call the Parks Department and inquire about it and let us know that they're going to.
What's the number? Just as long as we're
so
thinking about
the Parks Department number is 315-635-5999.
Okay, thank you.
And so that's for the adults or older kids. But then also once school's out, we'll be offering a couple of beginner level introductory pickleball sessions for kids, and we've got them broken out for grades 3 to 5 and grades 6 to 9, and those are going to begin in July. Registration is open for that now, so do not hesitate. Get online, open up a flyer. They can register and pay all right online, or they can always call the office. They can speak with our rec leader for the summer, Layla, and she'd be happy to take registration and take a payment. So, but it's a very affordable program, and so like I said, that's going to be starting in July, and it'll be Fridays, Friday afternoons. So the grades from 3 to 5 will start at 1:30. It's an hour long, and once a week, and the grades 6 to 9, those are same day, Fridays, same dates. They'll just go an hour later, and they're going to be running from 3 to 5. And so the older kids are going to do a couple hours, and then open play for the kids. So once these kids get playing,
We should have some champions here eventually, right?
Hopefully,
Yes.
yeah. Lysander will become known for pickleball. Right?
I know.
So, so as these kids get going in pickleball and learning the game and get comfortable with playing it, and we had some kids from last year that went through a very similar, or if not same program. They can return. They can take on the open play. And we're dedicating Mondays from 6 to 8 on courts, pickleball courts 2 and 3 will be dedicated to kids playing.
Well, and let me interrupt for just 1 second. The pickleball courts are off to my right, your left, and we'll be going by there to show you what they all look like, and he can tell you what court is what number is. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and for the kids, they don't have to, for these programs, they don't have to come in with any knowledge of pickleball. That's the idea. We're going to introduce the game to them. And we do have paddles and pickleballs available for the kids, so they don't have to come in with their own paddle either. And
do the adults have to have their own equipment?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Now, where'd
they
you
do
say
not.
they get this equipment?
At our attendant office at the visitor center.
Okay. Okay.
So when everybody pulls down the driveway into Lysander Park, this is the building right there adjacent to the spray park.
Okay. Okay.
So that's pickleball, and again, registration for all this stuff is open now. We're going to be offering our arts and crafts club again. We got that going for 2-3 week sessions last year, and we're going to offer that again this year with 3-week sessions. So our first 3-week session will begin on July 10th, and that's going to run Mondays, and from 1 to 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
So we've got these plans so that none of our programs are conflicting with one another. So if there's a young boy or young girl that wants to do arts and crafts club, that doesn't conflict if they want to do
pickleball or something else, or
exactly,
whatever. Yeah.
or if they're going to be in GEMS the first week or Challenge Island camps. These aren't conflicting with the camps either.
Well, you thought that one out. That's good.
So then back for the third summer in a row is kickball. and we're going to open that up to some younger ages this year, and hopefully we get about 4 weeks of kickball going. So it'll be 4-week session of kickball. That'll begin right after school's out, so June 27th, and that's let's see, that was ages 7 to 9.
Okay.
And then on Thursday, that's Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights is for that'll start June 29th, and that's for ages 10 to 12.
Okay.
And kids can sign up. This is for everybody, all the kids, boys, girls, within those age groups, and they can sign up as an individual. They can sign up as an entire team, and we'll hopefully.
So there's a little competition here.
Yeah, a little bit of competition, but we don't keep score, and we don't referee it. We let the kids do that all on their own. So hopefully it teaches them, it instills in them
a sense of sportsmanship.
A sense of sportsmanship, a sense of fair play.
Right.
Because the two teams that are playing, they're more or less refereeing themselves. And, if it's an out or someone's safe at base, that's more or less for the kids to decide, and they have to figure it out. We do have the teams designate a parent from each team as the kind of the tiebreaker
Right.
if
That's
they
right.
have to refer to somebody, and so it doesn't get out of control. But it's worked great the last 2 years. The kids have a blast doing it, and they do. They if there's a dispute on the call, the kids kind of talk it out. Sometimes that parent has to come in and say, "Oh, I don't agree. It looked like it was a fair ball to me, or it looks like you were safe at first to me." But for the most part, the kids figure it out, and they all get along well, and they all play well together. So, and that's what it's for.
It is.
So anyway, again, that's Tuesdays for ages 7 to 9, and Thursdays for ages 10 to 12. And this is all information, like we said, is up on the website. It's on Facebook. PAC-B's got it up, and we can always put it out there.
And with the number, give that number. We'll be giving the number 2 or 3 times, just in case somebody's they aren't familiar with going on to the sites or whatever.
Right.
You can always figure out how to use a phone. So what's the phone number again?
So the department phone number again is 315-635-5999.
And you asked for the park director or the rec director?
They can. So I'm at extension 3. My rec leader is at extension 2, I believe.
Okay. And what was her
don't
name
hold
again?
me to that.
Or what was her name?
That's Layla.
Okay, Layla.
That's Layla.
Remember that, Layla.
So either one of us can direct them to the website or Facebook, or take the registration over the phone.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. It's easy to do, though.
It really is.
It's very easy.
It really
to do.
is.
Yeah.
So we've tried to make the registration form and payment all online as simple as possible.
Good.
It could be simpler, but it's currently as simple as possible.
As you can get it, right?
Yeah, correct.
All right. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a drive around at some of the hot spots, so to speak, and then we'll look at the spray park and some of the pickleball areas and other areas of interest that Kevin has talked about. So we'll see you in a couple minutes.
This is our one of the Pop Warner football field. This is obviously utilized by Pop Warner. It's not exclusive to Pop Warner, so this is one of the fields that we look to utilize for other activities when Pop Warner is not in session. Right now they're in session with flag football, and then first part of August they get going with their tackle football. So, but it's one of those areas within the park that I think a lot of people think it's off limits or dedicated to Pop Warner football only, and it's not necessarily. So these are just a variety of our athletic fields and courts that are all available to the public, first come, first serve. However, they are reservable spaces as well, and they do get a lot of the field space here. Not so much the courts, but the field space does get dominated by our local youth sports, which is a good thing. So that the community is still using the fields, but they're on a reserve basis.
Now to reserve them again, is that the number, the phone number?
Call the
Okay.
Parks Department,
Okay.
and they're going to ask for me, extension 3. So 315-635-5999, extension 3, and we can discuss what their
their needs
ideas
are,
are and what their needs are for reserved field space. So the basketball courts here are, we don't have any programs scheduled for that as of yet, but they are first come, first serve, as is the sand volleyball court, the pickleball courts, and the tennis courts are a first come, first serve basis. They do get reserved at times, be it for tournaments. Beeville Tennis on occasion reserves them for JV or varsity tennis.
Now some of the areas here that you said, you know, first come, first serve, but you can reserve. How do you know if it's, say I decide, a couple of friends and I decide we want to come play some volleyball, I'll say, well, let's go up to Lysander Park. How do you know if it's been reserved for a certain time?
They can always call the department and inquire.
Okay.
They can always check in the office at the visitor center with.
What are the hours at the visitor center?
So I have so Layla's there 12:30 to 9 most evenings. I have another young woman, Chelsea, who's there on the weekends, and then on occasion I'll have one of the other summer aides there. So we try to have the office definitely in the evenings when we're at our busiest. But I would always suggest calling ahead.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Here we have what used to be the area where the tennis rebound wall was, and that was in a dilapidated case. So we removed that, and last year we lined it, measured it all out for cornhole courts, and we've got some brand new boards in this year. These are all made out of composite material, so unlike what we had previously,
They'll last forever.
these will last forever, and we can
longer than UV.
and we can leave them out
In all the weather?
in the weather. Yeah, and so we have the cornhole bags are available in the visitor center. People can sign those out and play cornhole, or they can bring their own bags, but at least this is a way that they know that we have some cornhole courts here. And we've got some long-term plans to start up some leagues and tournaments here. We've got it measured out for 3 more cornhole courts, and it's just a matter of time before, time and budget before
Right,
we get the rest of the boards in.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, something new to the park is the cornhole courts, and we can kind of take a look at our picnic pavilions. We have adjacent to the cornhole courts is the small pavilion, and that's reservable for parties under 30 people.
All right, what's
And
this?
this is our misting post. For many people who maybe like this, we have a new one. So this one,
It has water, a mist.
that's right.
So it
So on
doesn't
hot
cool
days,
down.
keeps you cool if you don't want to go in the spray park. But this one wasn't functioning as it should.
Oh.
So we've got a new one, and this is scheduled to be replaced coming up soon here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So if I push something, it's
You
not
push
gonna
on that
start-
now, it's not
Well,
gonna shower us.
Well, that's good, but I won't take that chance.
So we have the small pavilion. As we had stated, that's reservable for parties of 30 or less. And across the way here, we have the Rotary Pavilion, and that's reservable for parties of 60 or less. And we also, inside the visitor center, we also have the community room. We're not going to take a look at that today, but all of these are available by calling the calling the department office, and you're going to ask for Gretchen.
Gretchen, okay.
She is extension 1. So Gretchen's our reservationist. She also works in the clerk's office, and she's been working with us, handling all the pavilion reservations, and doing a great job. And these pavilions, if you're looking for a picnic pavilion to hold a graduation, birthday party, family reunion, some have had their wedding receptions here. But if you're looking for a picnic pavilion for this summer, don't wait, because these go fast.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yes, these go very fast.
Very, very fast.
Gretchen has been taking reservations since January 1st, and a lot of those prime weekends
are gone.
Mm-hmm. So you do not wait.
Right.
So
good advice.
Just the other side of the small pavilion here is some black border here. This is our Gaga Ball pit.
There we
I
go.
know you didn't know what that was.
I know, like I said, I know Lady Gaga.
That's right.
Gaga pit. Tell me
So
what it is.
a lot of the kids, there's probably not too many kids that aren't familiar with Gaga Ball. So, and they're probably already aware that we had the Gaga Ball pit put up last year, and we had it put in this spot, and it's convenient for kids that are at the picnic pavilions. It's convenient for kids that are at the playground. And but this year we kind of finished it off. We got the legs to it put in the ground so it's nice and stable, and we had a sand surface put down.
Now what do they do with this Gaga pit?
So this is just the borders. So this game, there's really no limit to the number of kids that play in the pit.
They just play?
You all get in there. Let's say 10 kids start in there. They start with a ball, any kind of a playground ball, kickball, what have you. And the idea is they use their hands. They spend half the time bent over. And they use their hands to kind of toss the ball back and forth. And the idea is to get the ball past you so that it hits you. It has to be below the waist. So if I hit the ball and it hits you in the legs, you're out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it
Yeah.
what is it a softball or?
It's a soft, air-filled playground ball.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So, but it's an exciting game to play. It's fun. It's fun to watch. And it's fun to play. So we'll have to get you out here. I have played it. It's a lot of fun. I've played it with the kids.
Yeah.
They're ruthless.
I know. Remember the one you'd slam the ball and try to hit people to get them out? That was I don't even remember the name. That was a rough sport.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got the softball and you keep the rules there.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it
You could
sometime.
almost say it's kind of like dodgeball, but you're not throwing it.
Okay. Well, dodgeball was ruthless.
You're slapping the ball as it comes towards you. The idea is you play it off the wall, or you play it on a bounce, and you redirect the ball by slapping it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
But the ball has to stay below the waist.
Gaga pit.
Yeah.
All right. Now where are we going? What's this over here?
Well, of course, we have the playground and the sandbox. This is always.
Go back here. Did we talk about this?
We
field?
did. That was
Okay, we
Pop
talked
Warner.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Want to make sure we don't forget anything. Now this is just a regular.
This is our playground.
Okay.
Yep, and the sandbox. Yeah, playgrounds for what is it? 2 to 5 and 5 to 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's a hopping place. Not so much today, but the playground is very busy most days.
Well, I know on the weekends. You better get here at the right time, or you won't get a good parking spot.
Yeah, it's tough to
crowded.
find a good parking spot.
It's crowded. All right, then we're going to take a ride around over.
Yeah, we're gonna go
around
check
the
out
visitor center and
we're
then
gonna
the
check
spray
out
park.
the tennis courts and
Tennis
pickleball courts and finish up
Okay.
with the spray park.
Okay.
So up here we have 4 permanently lined pickleball courts, and if we want to pan around and take a quick look at our tennis courts. So our tennis courts are lined for 4 temporary pickleball courts. So, but the primary play down here is tennis. And so and the players are all pretty good. They do understand if somebody's playing tennis or somebody wants to, shows up and wants to play tennis, that's the priority on the lower court. So up here we've got pickleball, and as we had mentioned earlier, that for the kids only play, which was going to be Mondays from 6 to 8, that's after school's out, we were going to dedicate courts 2 and 3. So court 2 is over there, and you can see the court numbers are hung on the fence. Right. So
pickleball.
That's right. P is for pickleball. So pickleball 2, and over here pickleball 3. Those are going to be dedicated for open play for the kids.
Okay. No, that's a good idea.
And that's Mondays from 6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give them a time where they can come in and play without having to
rush.
Well,
rush and feel intimidated, worry about adults.
Right, feel intimidated or have to play in a game with adults, which, understandably, a lot of the adults, they want to play with the adults, and they don't want to play with the kids, and a lot of the kids are still kind of picking it up and learning it. So we've dedicated those on Monday nights for the kids. So gives them a chance. Now, it gives them a chance where they can come in and like we said, not feel like left out.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
and certainly, if parents show up with some of the kids, the parents can certainly play with the kids. It's a good time in the courts where a good family activity, and those parents that may already play pickleball has that opportunity to introduce the game to their own kids. So,
that's good. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. Well, we'll check out the spray park.
Oh, everybody wants to see the spray park. Huh?
Absolutely. Last stop, welcome to our spray park. It opened up Memorial Weekend. It's open now, open daily. Hours for the spray park are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And kids of all ages love it. It's been pretty busy, and not today, a little cooler today. But Cindy was wanting to check it out. She's going to start it for us, and then we're going to get out of the way so we don't get wet.
Quick. Okay, just put my hand on here.
Put your hand on there. There we go. Before the wind starts blowing and we get wet.
The power of the hand.
That's right. So between 10 and 7, the water itself is on. So what it does is it runs to about a 10-minute cycle.
Okay.
And then the water will shut off until somebody presses that hand pad again to turn it back on.
Well, I bet the kids love it.
Kids love it.
Yeah, well, I did.
The kids love it.
I did.
So but we've got, for parents that are here watching their kids, we've got benches and umbrellas up, help them stay comfortable and stay cool in the shade. And with young ones, they'll probably be here a while. So.
Now, do you think there's any kind of an age limit on this?
No, there's no age limit.
Okay.
No age limit on the spray park. For the kids that are likely the most interested in it, the young ages, up to I would say about 9 or 10, and then the kids start to lose interest.
Okay.
But from little, year or two.
I came last week. One day I took a drive up here, and this place was a mob scene.
Oh yeah.
It was so hot.
Yep.
So hot out. I love it. And everybody was having such a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, they really screaming and yelling. And
it's a cool place, and it's a safe place for families with kids to spend the summer and stay cooled off.
Now, do you ask that the parents, at least a parent or a supervisor, stay with the child?
They have to monitor their children.
Okay.
Yes, that's a very good point.
That's good
yes,
to know.
we do not monitor your children here.
So you have to do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very
absolutely.
important. Well, this is nice. This is very, very nice. Very pretty, very welcoming. Now, what are the hours again?
The hours of the spray park are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily.
Okay. All right. And it will go on to what, like Labor Day?
Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah. That's our soft closing date. But depending on the temperatures, I think last year we had it opened a week or two later. We still had some warm weather, and we still had picnic pavilions on the weekends. That as long as it was warm, we're looking to
You're in business.
yeah. So but that Labor Day date is usually a soft closing date for any place that's got a spray park, a pool, or a beach.
Right.
So that's our soft closing date. But like I said, there's nothing that says we have to close on Labor Day.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
Right.
what's this field we have over here?
So that's going to be as soon as it gets finished up with the debris there, and we get our grass growing. That'll be our latest athletic field. That's big enough for one full-size soccer field, or one full-size soccer field and a 90-yard soccer field, or we can do one full-size football field. So, but we are cleaning up some of the rock and debris that was still in the soil.
What is that involved with now as far as naming the field? You said you're going to have a dedication?
So the town has plans to dedicate and name the field, and that will be announced at some point.
Okay.
We're not at that point yet, but at some point we'll be ready to announce that.
Well, I think we've seen it. Have we covered it all, Kevin?
We've covered it all.
I think we've covered it all. This is a beautiful park. It's a treasure. I didn't really realize myself until a few years ago when somebody had a graduation party for their son. And I came here and I said, I didn't realize that this is like another hidden treasure here. There's so much more to do. The programs for all ages. And I think you're going to try to include down the road more programs for seniors as
Absolutely.
well. So if there's anybody out
Absolutely.
there that has some suggestions that you'd like to do for seniors, be it a walking group, a reading group at the Butterfly Garden, or whatever the case might be, reach out to Kevin and let him know,
Absolutely.
because they want everybody to be included in this park, all ages, right from little babies to senior citizens of all ages.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much for taking your time and showing us this beautiful treasure. And come on out here and enjoy the park. You don't have to be from Lysander. You can be from anywhere in our community, anywhere around here. Come out, take a look, and see what we have within minutes from wherever you are. You haven't got to travel an hour, just a few minutes.
It's right here.
It's right here for everybody. We can all enjoy it together. But anyways, thanks again, Kevin.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Beeville.
Bye-bye.